Welcome back. Here is part 2 of our healthy, high in protein breakfast items coming at you starting now. First on the list is an oats with berries. So an oatmeal with fruit and a little bit of walnuts. You can play with the fruits a little bit and see which ones you like, but I would suggest keeping away from bananas because they are high in sugar and carbs. Ideally, you want to stick to berries. I know my picture has bananas. While I do love bananas, I do think that the best way to go are with some blueberries or raspberries. Definitely less carbs to take in. Tips regarding the oatmeal are, first of all, you don't want to use the instant oatmeal, okay? The stuff that comes in a packet that's quick and easy to make, you don't want to do that. Trust me when I tell you, get the good old-fashioned regular oats. It's just as quick and easy to make. Well, maybe not just as quick and easy to make, but it's quick enough and easy enough that it's worth the hassle, because those pre-made, pre-packaged little envelopes are so packed with sugar, you would be surprised how much sugar is in those packets. So if you do want to add some nuts, I typically suggest chopped up or halved pecans or walnuts. Shredded almonds are also a really nice option. Adds a nice flavor and a nice crunch. Get the shredded though, because the whole ones can be really hard to chew. And it just makes for an unpleasant eating experience. And if you're trying to get more protein into your breakfast items, putting in a protein powder into the oatmeal. This is such a great and easy way to get additional protein into your day. If you are gonna do it though, don't be like me and cook the whole meal and then put the protein afterwards, because what happens is the powder will clump up. It'll just look like a clumpy mess. So I would suggest pouring it in to your oatmeal while your oatmeal is still pretty runny and wet, so that the powder can mix well into it. Here's a picture of my oatmeal with its nuts, and here are the macros along to go with it. Another quick tip, if you want to stay away from the high fat content, which in this particular case, it was a little bit high in fat. It is because of the nuts, you guys. Nuts carry a lot of fat in them. Even though it's the good fat, we want to still kind of be wary of that and still be mindful of that. So if you wanted to lower the fat content, you could do away with the nuts altogether. And if you were to do that, here's a comparison. Here are the macros for that. So as you can see, with the nuts, you're looking at 21 grams of fat, versus without the nuts, you're looking at 2 grams of fat. So huge jump in fat content. Again, don't be too scared about the nuts, you guys. It is a good type of fat, but also if you are watching your fat intake, that is one way to reduce it. Next item up on the list. I actually typically eat this more for dinner, but it deserves a shout out, and it is a breakfast item. So I decided, let me add it to the list. Eggs with rice and bell pepper. I've shown my friends before and they're like, oh, what's that? I've never seen that meal before. And I laugh because it's just a Spanish thing. We do a lot of fried eggs with rice. I will try to make the meal a little healthier by having brown rice instead of white rice. And again, it just depends on my mood. Like sometimes I just want white rice with my eggs. But if you do want to make it a healthier option, there are a couple of tips for you. You can have 2 fried eggs and 3 egg whites, or you can have 3 full eggs and 2 egg whites. And the rice and the bell pepper, obviously it's gonna be the same as far as macros. I have it usually with 1 cup of rice, and then the bell pepper, you can eat as much of it as you want. I know it's kind of an acquired taste. I know some people are like, oh, bell pepper, but for me, it actually just came to be because, again, I was looking for healthier options for breakfast, and I was running out of ideas. And I know, you know, vegetables, fruits and vegetables, right? Everybody knows that, okay? That's like just basics, fruits and veggies. So I was just like thinking, how can I get more veggies into my day? And peppers are just such an easy item to you just cut it up and it's ready to go. You don't have to cook it or prepare it or anything. Anyway, if you want to do 2 full eggs and 3 egg whites, you're looking at 15 grams of fat and 26 grams of protein. Now, if you are feeling extra hungry or just, you know, in the mood for more of the yolk, I personally love the yolk. I do 3 full eggs and 2 egg whites. And so now you're looking at the macros, 21 grams of fat and 28 grams of protein. To give you a reference, you're looking at a 6-gram difference in fat. So again, you got to be conscientious and think about those things, right? If you want to make it even healthier, you can have the eggs hard boiled, and I loved that just as much. I personally like them a little bit runny. I will put a picture here to show you how mine look like, and it provides the protein. So I will say eggs are good. I don't necessarily think they're the best for protein source, only because they do carry a higher fat content than most protein sources. Having it hard boiled, that definitely takes away from some of the fat that you're having from the oil, which, oh, that reminds me. Obviously, when you're having fried egg, make sure that you're using a clean oil, none of that canola or vegetable. My favorite is avocado oil. So that's typically what I use. You can also use coconut oil. I don't know how that would be with the flavors of the food with this particular dish, but those are some healthier oil alternatives for you. And final item on the list, we are talking a bagel with almond butter and berries. I did want to highlight a little difference here between almond butter and peanut butter. I like to use almond butter, and here's why. You're gonna see that the macros are very similar. The fat content, the carb content, the protein, this is by comparison on a 2 tablespoon serving. The peanut butter actually has over a gram more of the protein and a gram less fat, and it's a little bit lower in calories. But when you're taking the macros out of consideration, the almond butter is better in the sense that it's higher in what's called monosaturated fat. That is the healthier fat. Fats are not made equally, you guys. There's healthy fats, monosaturated, and there's not so healthy fats, and those are the saturated. Using the same 2 tablespoon comparison, the almond butter actually carries about 20 to 25% more of the good, healthy monosaturated fat than peanut butter does. So that is why I usually opt for getting the almond butter instead, along with the fact that almond butter does tend to carry slightly more vitamins and minerals and fibers than peanut butter does. I think both are a great option. If you just don't have almond butter in hand and you happen to have peanut butter, I think that's also a good alternative. But if you really are watching your weight, you're watching your fat intakes, and things like that, and up it up a notch with your health journey, I definitely say opt out for the almond butter. You're gonna find that the almond butter is a bit more expensive than the regular peanut butter spread, and I would be tempted to say that's why, because it is a healthier option of the two. Here is a picture of my yummy bagel with raspberries and almond butter spread along with its macros. We're talking 1 full bagel, 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and as many berries as you'd like. There you have it, you guys. Healthy breakfast items high in protein part 2 now delivered. I hope that you enjoyed. Please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that jazz. Thank you again, as always, for staying to the end. I am gonna put a link, as usual, to one of my playlists. It is my how to lose weight playlist, and I will be making another new video soon. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.